Good morning, class. Today we're going to look at an artist named Rosellart Kandinsky, and here he is, Mr. Kandinsky. And he really liked to make paintings that used a lot of shapes and lines. You can see some rectangles, some half circles, some squares, some triangles, and lots of lines. His favorite shape out of all the shapes were the circle. And he did a lot of paintings of circles. Now you can see in this painting that some of his circles look almost perfectly round, and he did a really good job. But you can also see that some of his circles aren't so perfect. Some might look more like triangular circles, like up here. Some look a little bit more like ovals. Some look just kind of wonky shaped. Some are really nice. But, you know, he did his best job, and it looks really nice. He used a lot of bright colors to make it pop out and do a bunch of, like, target-shaped circles. They're called concentric circles. That's when you have a little circle, and then you have a bigger circle, and then you have a bigger circle, and then you have a bigger circle, and then you have the biggest circle, and then you colored the background of the square. So we're going to do some concentric circles on our paper. Each one of you is going to get a black square. The first thing I want you to do when you get the black square is to fold it in half into a rectangle. Now it's a square, so it doesn't matter which way you fold it. It's going to be the same either way. So I fold it into a rectangle, and then I'm going to take it, I'm going to fold it over, line up my corners, and then squish. And make sure I'm creasing it so I can see these folds. I folded it into a square. I'm going to open it up again. And then there's going to be like a plus mark in the middle of my paper. That's pretty nice. So now I've got 4 squares divided by this plus mark sign. Now the first thing you're going to do after you've got it all folded up is you have three circle tracers. Take the biggest circle tracer, and you're going to trace this first. Now I've got this duct tape thing. I'm going to push it down, and I'm going to take my pencil and holding it kind of upright, and I'm going to trace it all the way around. Now if I need to move my hand, I can. If I need to move my paper around, that's okay. Just try to not move the duct tape container. I lift it up, and oh, I got a nice circle there. I'm going to do that on all of my 4 squares. I'm going to get another pencil, because sometimes pencils break, and that's okay. Two. And I'm not worrying if this is perfect either, because I'm going to be covering this up with color. You won't be able to see my pencil marks when we're done. And 4. Woohoo! 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are my big ones, so now I'm going to put my big one aside. Medium-sized circle. I'm going to go down, I'm going to trace it. I'm going to try to put it right in the middle of that big one. And now for my small one. Notice how I'm trying not to move the lid at all once I put it down. Oh, what if it moves? Just try to line it up. Continue, hold it down tight. Now once you've finished all those circles, you turn it to the back and write your name. I always do it small in the corner. And now, since you're happy with your squares and you don't have to use the back, that's why we're writing our name now, it's time for our oil pastels. So we have our oil pastel containers. And you can pick some bright colors. Now you can pick whichever colors you want. But I would like you to start in the middle. We started by tracing the biggest, but now we're going to start by coloring the littlest. I want you to press really hard with your oil pastels and do your best job at making those circles all the way filled in. See how I did that one? That one's pretty good. What about... Is that a very good job compared to this one? No, I see black in there. So I'm going to do a better job. I'm going to take some more time, fill it in. Much better. Let's do some other colors. See what this looks like. Now, it's really hard to do it like that. That's a really hard way to color because there's not much control. So I like instead going side to side, twirl, side to side, turn, side to side, turn, side to side, turn, and just keep on turning it till you have it all the way colored around. Oh, that looks so nice. Much nicer than if I go like this. And I'm even trying to do a nice job, but it's just hard to control. And you see all those black spots in there? Ugh. Pretty. More work. Needs more work. So you keep on doing that for all the layers of the concentric circles. Once you've done that last circle, there's no more circles to do in that square. You can take a color and fill in the square. The rest of that space in the square. Now, it's okay if you get a little bit on the table. Remember, I can clean off the tables, but I don't want you coloring on the tables. If you get a little bit on the tables, that's okay. I can tell the difference. So don't worry about it. I want to stop right on that line. So maybe I'll draw my line there so I know where not to go past. And I am done with my first one. Now I should probably go over this a little bit more because you can still see some black spots. So keep on going over it, pressing hard instead of just pressing lightly. I can tell the difference, and I bet you can tell the difference if I showed you some pieces of who pressed hard on their oil pastels and who just didn't press hard at all. Alright, I am pretty happy with that. It's your turn. Keep on going. I want to see how many you can get done. I do not expect you to get done the first day. Do not get done the first day because that means you're scribbling. We're going to spend more than one day on this project. So take your time, fill it in really, really well. No scribbling. No light coloring. Okay? None of that. You know it looks good, and I'll ask you, is that good? If you think it's not quite up to par. All right, do your best. I want to see what kind of Kandinsky circles you can do.